Manchester Donnarumma from Paris Saint-Germain, and United landed Belgium international Sen Lammens on transfer deadline day to solve problems in their lineups. Even though United confirmed on Friday that Lammens would not be starting in goal, all the focus will be on those attempting to stop the goals rather than score them. Al Jazeera Sport takes a look at the latest Manchester derby, and this time, one with a twist. What have Man City said about Donnarumma? City manager Pep Guardiola says he is willing to adapt the team's approach following the signing of Donnarumma and will not expect the Italian to offer the same ball-playing abilities as the departed Ederson Moraes. Ederson, who ended his trophy-laden 8-year spell at City by joining Fenerbahce last week, revolutionized the goalkeeper position in English football with his distribution and technical skills. That made him a perfect fit for Guardiola's style of play, but the same cannot be said of Donnarumma, a brilliant shot-stopper whose strength is in passing the ball out from the back. Donnarumma is in contention to make his debut for City against United following his move from Paris Saint-Germain, although Guardiola wouldn't confirm whether the Italy international will start.
Always, I try to adapt to the quality of the players, Guardiola said Friday. I will not demand Gigi do something that is uncomfortable. We are talking about the best player I have ever seen in the distribution, short or long, with Ederson. We didn't take Gigi to do what Ederson has done. Gigi has another quality. Guardiola said he wasn't trying to undermine Donnarumma by pointing out Ederson's qualities and spoke glowingly about his new signing strengths. He's so tall. He's so huge, Guardiola said with a smile, adding, he's a big presence on the big stages. What he has done in the Champions League last season at Villa Park, Anfield, many games, proves how good he is. Guardiola said he met Donnarumma for the first time on Wednesday but didn't see him train on Thursday. We'll see, Guardiola said when asked if Donnarumma will come in for James Trafford, who has started City's first 3 games in the Premier League, a win at Wolverhampton before back-to-back losses to Tottenham and Brighton. What have Man United said about Bayender and Lammens? Altay Bayender will continue in goal for United in the derby match despite the signing of Belgium international. Lammens, the goalkeeper position has been problematic for United manager Ruben Amorim, who sent last year's first choice, Andre Onana, on loan to Turkish club Trabzonspor on Thursday. Bayender has made some high-profile errors, particularly from balls into the box. On the occasions he replaced Onana, but retains the faith of Amorim after Lammens, an unheralded 23-year-old from Belgium, was brought in from Royal Antwerp on September 1. Altay is going to continue, Amorim said on Friday. Because it's a different league, it's a different country, different trainings, different ball. So we will try to maintain that. They will fight for the position. For this game, it's clear Altay will start. Lammens is largely unknown outside his native country, and Amorim said he is a goalkeeper with great potential. I know that we are in the moment that the goalkeeper has to be really strong and have a lot of experience, he said, but we are also in the moment that we have to look at the present and also with a focus on the future. Lammens, Amorim added, is a keeper who can give us different things and can be United's first choice for a lot of years. On the departure of Onana, Amorim added, in this club, the pressure is sometimes so hard in every detail. Sometimes you need a change. What are Man City and Man Utd's forms like ahead of the derby? The Manchester derby at Etihad Stadium already feels like a must-win for both teams. City, whose 4-year title reign ended last season, is playing catch-up after only 3 games, 1-2. Back-to-back defeats to Tottenham and Brighton have highlighted concerns that Guardiola's squad is not equipped to mount a challenge at the top. United lost their opening day encounter with Arsenal and drew their second match, away at Fulham. The entirety of the Gunners' trip to Old Trafford and the first half in London appeared to be vast improvements from Amorim's side, playing his much-debated 3-4-3 formation. The second half against Fulham was underwhelming, however, as was the 3-2 win against Burnley, which needed a 97th-minute penalty from Bruno Fernandes to seal the points. Prior to that match, United were dumped out of the League Cup on penalties at 4th-tier Grimsby Town. What happened the last time Man City played Man United? The teams last met at Old Trafford in a Premier League clash on April 6. With United destined for a bottom-half finish and City's title defence long over, the game resulted in a drab 0-0 draw. What happened in the same fixture between City and UTD last season? The match at the Etihad Stadium last season ended in a remarkable 2-1 win for United. The match was played on December 15, less than a month after Erik ten Hag was sacked, and appeared to be heading to another defeat for United, with City leading through Josko Gvardiol's first-half strike. Fernandes scored an 88th-minute penalty to level the match, before Amad Diallo netted a 90th-minute winner. Head-to-head, this is the 196th Manchester derby, of which United have won 79 matches compared with City's 61 victories. City have not won in the last 4 matches against United. Although the Community Shield meeting at the start of last season saw City lift the trophy after coming out on top on penalties, the FA Cup final the season before was won by United and ended a 3-game losing streak against City. Manchester City team news: striker Omar Marmush will miss Sunday's game against United after he hurt his knee on international duty with Egypt. Marmush went off injured early in his country's World Cup qualifying game against Burkina Faso on Tuesday. Initial results on a scan performed in Egypt indicate he will not be available for the Manchester derby on Sunday, and he will now return to Manchester for more assessment and to begin his rehabilitation, Manchester City said Wednesday in a statement. Everyone at City wishes Omar a speedy recovery. The 26-year-old forward joins a lengthy injury list at City, with John Stones and Phil Foden among several players who missed international games. City didn't specify how soon Marmush might return. City starts its Champions League campaign against Napoli on September 18. Egypt's game was a 0-0 draw, which meant Egypt has to wait to confirm its place at next year's World Cup.